Hi guys, this is Krista with ADU Matchmaker, and I'm so excited for today's video where we will be doing a deep dive into all things solar panels. Today, I will be interviewing Andrew from NRG Solar, and he's going to be telling us more about the do's and don'ts when looking to get solar installed on the roof of your home or investment property, such as an accessory dwelling unit. I myself am a real estate investor, and I have personally hired NRG Solar to install panels on my ADUs. Their price is great, their quality is great, so I thought there would be no one better to bring on for my very first YouTube video. Also, watch until the end because I will be sharing a $500 promo code with you guys. If anyone would like to get a bid from NRG Solar, use this code because they will attach a $500 discount to your order. This is such a generous offering from NRG, so it's amazing that they were able to help you guys out as well. So without further ado, let's dive in. Andrew, thank you so much for being here. I think this is going to be an amazing conversation, and I'm excited for this deep dive into solar.
Awesome. Sounds good. No problem.
Let's start off with, because I get so many questions about this, and there's so many new laws and regulations in California specifically for solar. So can you talk us through what are the regulations in California for new construction when it comes to solar in simple terms? I know there's a lot of high level terminology, but in very simple terms, can you break it down for us and what that looks like for a homeowner building an ADU in 2026?
Absolutely. So California has a building energy code, and it's referred to as Title 24. And it really is a requirement for new construction, newly built ADUs or detached structures. And it requires these builders or homeowners to put solar on the roof of their ADU. You can actually put the solar requirement on the main house. You can even do a ground mount at the property, but it must satisfy what the CEC determines is the minimum solar requirement.
So would you say that for a homeowner building an ADU, their plan checker or the building and safety office that they're looking to get a permit from will break down exactly how many solar panels they need, or where would they go to get this information?
Yeah, so it will be provided to them when they submit the plans for permitting. There will be a section that states the Title 24 requirement, and it will just mention a AC amount of kilowatts. This is how we measure the solar size is by kilowatt. It won't say exactly how many panels because there's a variance in panel wattage depending on which brand you go with, but they will have a minimum kilowatt requirement that must be met for the ADU. And again, you can do this on the main house roof. You can do it on the ADU roof. You can even do a ground mount, but there's a minimum solar requirement that must be met. And that requirement is determined by the CEC.
My next question for you is, what makes NRG Clean Power such a good fit for homeowners specifically building ADUs that need to fulfill that requirement from the state?
Great question. We have been around for over 30 years. We're really a small, tight-knit company that just handles a ton of volume. We're one of the largest installers in California. We stick to what we're good at. We're not in all 50 states. No, we really focus on California. And part of that has been this Title 24 requirement for, renewable energy and solar. We can help homeowners get, occupancy even faster than a typical installer because we know the workarounds on how to get the permitting approved, and we can always do revisions later. But really, beyond just knowing the ins and outs of the Title 24 requirement, we also have the best proposal tool on the market. It's called Aurora. It's like the Ferrari of design tools. And we can 3D model the exact, build, the new construction or ADU, even if it hasn't broken ground yet. We can show you the exact sun path throughout the year, the exact amount of production that the different materials that we want to go over as potential options will produce. And we can show exact savings estimates and reports, to the dollar, depending on different setups. Also, we can really help homeowners save, hundreds of thousands of dollars over 25 years if they intend to stay at the property even longer, or if it's not just the ADU they're looking to satisfy.
So my next question, Andrew, is what mistakes do you commonly see homeowners make when hiring a solar company? And what are things that you think should be avoided in that process?
Absolutely. That's a great question. I'd say the most common thing I see homeowners do that I would consider a mistake is going and chasing the lowest priced quote that they get. The difference in materials alone can cost homeowners tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of, 20 to 25 years, which is the typical warranty length for this equipment. It's kind of like people who get fast food save money. Of course, in the quick interim, it seems like you're saving tons of money by going and getting fast food every day. But when the insurance bills start to pile up from all the health problems that you've gotten, over the years, and you start to realize that it's actually costing you in the long run, it's really not much different with solar. Some of the most important things to look for are like what kind of warranties are provided by the installer and the manufacturers. What types of guarantees do they give on production? So I would say the most common mistakes are just, chasing the lowest price deal on paper and not really vetting the installer, making sure that they're very credible and going to be around long term.
For sure. I love the analogy that you used about fast food because oftentimes I think in the construction phase for home renovations or building these types of small homes like ADUs, a lot of homeowners fall into the trap of looking for the lowest price. And then at the end of the day, the project takes 6 times, 7 times, gets more expensive by the end with all the change orders. And it's a really hard cycle to stop once you've started that. So that's a really good analogy. Is the company local? Are they going to be around to service you as you need it? If things happen or change within the industry, are they going to be at the end of the day to help you out? And Andrew, along the lines of warranties, I know you mentioned that a minute ago. What type of warranties should homeowners really be looking out for and expect when it comes to their order for solar panels?
Yeah, so when it comes to warranties, the first thing you really want to look for is to make sure that the installer you're talking to is a certified installer of said equipment. When it comes to the best of the best equipment like Tesla, Enphase, SolarEdge, you want to make sure that the installer is a certified platinum or gold or high level installer for that equipment. Other than that, we provide what's considered like a best in class workmanship warranty. We provide a 40-year warranty, which goes even longer than the equipment lasts often cases. And that covers roof penetrations if there's ever any leaks at the property. Pretty much anything in regards to the installation itself. Was a panel loose? Was something not fastened properly? We would cover the cost to get that basically up to spec. Some other companies don't give such a comprehensive workmanship warranty per se.
This is all such helpful information to know, Andrew. And my last question for you is, what questions do you wish homeowners would ask their solar company? And can you run us through like what those key metrics should be?
Definitely. First things first, you really want to make sure that the solar company is not trying to nickel and dime you, further down the road. You really want to get in writing that if any change orders are proposed, that the homeowner or ADU owner is not locked into some agreement that they don't agree to. Another thing is, we mentioned those like, we call it a workmanship warranty, but making sure should anything happen in the future, am I covered? Who do I call?
For sure. That's so true. And one of the things you mentioned, it just made me think about for a recent investment property that I built. The builder gave me a bid for solar and they said, oh, we just purchased this solar company with my cousin and we're just starting out in California. And it was that project that I actually ended up hiring NRG Solar because I was hesitant to hire a company that I didn't know if they were going to be around the next year, right? So like understanding the fact that anyone can technically sell you a solar panel, but it's the intentionality behind it, it's the company, it's the service behind it. There's so many things that are kind of falling under the umbrella. So this has been so helpful. Thank you so much for your time, Andrew. And before we all go, I wanted to mention NRG has been so kind to offer the $500 promotion code for all of you guys. And if anyone is looking to add solar panels to their home or investment property or accessory dwelling unit, I will also leave their website and Andrew's personal contact information if you would like to reach out for a bid on your project. The promo code is ADU Matchmaker 2026. So definitely make sure to give that to Andrew or whoever you're speaking to at NRG when you're looking to get a bid for your solar panels, and the $500 discount will be applied to your order. So thank you again so much, Andrew, for your time. This has been so helpful. I really appreciate it, and I learned a lot myself today.
Awesome. No problem. Take care.
Bye.